you know, we'll get into what they do today and tomorrow, especially. But just keeping it really big, broad picture right now of Creighton. I mean, Doug McDermott's a good coach. You know, I talked to Coach Lieberman last night a little bit. He had a good point with Creighton does a really good job at tailoring the game plan to the team they're playing.
So scout. So they're
yes.
Direct scout.
So it's not always that you can just watch another game and just say, okay, that's who they are for us, you know, like, because they do a good job at. Sure, absolutely. So, but when I look at their roster up and down, and they're big, but I'm big too, you know, and now the fact that we can talk about it today, knowing we have Rain Smith back, because that was announced this morning. So knowing Rain Smith's going to play, we can talk about it in that, you know, in that message there,
right,
or in that way. And I don't love them athletically. They do got the kid for a transfer from Arizona State. You're like, oh, of course, the black guy with dreads. You think he's the athlete? I'm like, well, yeah.
He actually,
yeah,
he actually is, and his name is Jemiah.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want me to say. You think he's athletic? Yes, yeah, I do. But I mean, he's a good player, and he's kind of the one that looks like, you know, and of course the point guard, the little white kid, he can take people off the bounce. Like, he's good. Watched against UConn last night, or against St. John's. He just takes a guy off the bounce, baseline, little drift pass to the corner.
Right.
They've got a big shooter standing over there. Again, I'm just keeping everything broad right now, but just kind of what they do. And you've got this big 6'8", 6'9" shooter over there waiting to catch it, just fire it. But when you watch the St. John's game, if I ask 9 out of 10 people right now, oh, how'd that St. John's Creighton go? They'd be like, oh man, Creighton was right there with them. I disagree. I would disagree. I would watch that game again and say, go watch it again. You know, St. John's is known to, and this is something me and Lieberman were talking about last night. St. John's is known to play with their food a little bit in the first half. And they did at the beginning of that game, and you can see it. Creighton hits a lot of shots at the beginning of that game, and kudos to them. They can shoot it, and they are not shy about it. That's another thing we'll get to. And I'm bringing this all back to us. But after that, when St. John's kind of said a little bit of Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? They were like, oh, you know, let's see what you got, see what you got. Yeah, now let's go. St. John's really whooped them from that point on. I think what Louisville does in that game, the way Louisville plays, I think Creighton is going to have to shoot it at an insane clip to get out of there with a win. And they could, because they shoot a lot of them. Like, you know what I mean? And if it's a day where shooters are just feeling it, I mean, you know, hey, you can. But I think they're going to have to shoot it in crazy clip to beat us. The way we run guys off the line, the way we defend, the physicalness in which we defend. I mean, the big guy down there with what Noah Waterman, the way he's been walling up lately and not fouling and just boom, you're going to have to shoot over me. That I just think Louisville's going to be too much for them. I've watched them, and like, you know, immediately when you see it, you're like, oh my God, it's going to be the toughest matchup ever. The more I watch them, man, I don't know. I think Louisville's in a good spot in this matchup.
Okay. I'll give this disclaimer. Again, this is early in the week. Every time we do these shows early in the week, I say, okay, my job is to find the challenges, you know, to find what the challenges they present. Okay, so this is how I digested it. You know, I was kind of wanting you to elaborate, you know, exactly how you did, just kind of, you know, at first glance what you see. And of course you'll, you know, later on you'll probably get into individuals a little more as we get closer to the game. But I'll say this is what I did. I went complete big picture. Okay, actually, let me give another disclaimer. The loser really came out of me as I was setting up the big picture dissection of this game.
Sure.
What loser came out of me? The The Kenneth Fareed loser came out of me.
Mm.
The okay, I'm not doing the yesterday's version of the seeding, but I'm doing the what matchup did they see where they thought they could Creighton us, right? Because again, you will never, ever, ever be able to convince me that it wasn't intentional with the one weakness we had was rebounding that year. And it just, I'll never be convinced that they didn't say, let's go get the best rebounder in all of college basketball and stick him in there with Louisville.
Right.
Yeah, I'll never be convinced otherwise. I'll never be convinced otherwise that you didn't move people around to make sure we had to play against Richard Pitino.
Yeah.
Ever. Okay, so listen, the first 4 out thing, the Des Moines, Iowa. It's okay. So I'm entering like I'm leaving behind the seating, but now I'm into matchups. How are we going to get screwed in the matchup department? Okay. So we're still in big picture, right? I say, okay, I've watched our games. When our games early on, when they were physical, we were able to be physical and they were good games, right? But you remember how all of our games got real ticky-tack and foul-y for like the last, I'd probably say the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just us. ACC basketball was very ticky-tacky, okay? So now, Steve, I say, okay. So I look at UConn, St. John's. I look at Creighton, DePaul's, and Creighton, UConn's, and DePaul. Just Providence, and I'm going to random Big East games, right? And I'm seeing they're all physical, and they are almost all of them were played physical throughout the entire game, right? So I say, okay, the Big East basketball physicality through an entire game and adapting to it looks a little NCAA tourney-ish, right?
Okay.
But
I can listen to that.
But it doesn't look first round NCAA tourney-ish, okay?
Right.
So it looks.
No, I get what you're saying on that.
It looks Sweet 16, like Big East basketball looked Sweet 16 and up, tourney-ish, with the physicality and individuals, right?
Yeah.
But the first rounds don't usually look that physical. They look like,
not at all.
Yeah, who can control their adrenaline? Who can steer? It's like having a very, very fast car in the first round of the NCAA. If you can keep your fast car on the road and get a feel for it, you can make a run. You can win a game. You can make a run. You just got to be able to steer that adrenaline early. So I like their physicality, but I don't think we'll see a physical version of Creighton. We could, and a physical, like hey, whatever referee officiating crew you get could determine a lot on how you deal with the physicality. But if it's a full physical game, late tourney kind of game, I'll say, okay, this is the one I'm kind of uncomfortable with. Right?
I can listen to that.
But if we go track meet, if we go our pace, our pushed pace, I'm with you. I think it's a great matchup for us. But again, start with me saying the physicality of the Big East is worry number one. What do you say to that? Do you
for me?
Do you agree that they were probably the most physical? without being as athletic as the SEC, they were pretty physical.
They were, but I don't think it's the Big East physicality that we remember.
Mm-hmm. No, okay, no. No, I'm just saying comparing to all the leagues.
Sure. Right now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I do think that there's some that when you say that, they see DeJuan Blair and Pittsburgh versus UConn and those Louisville teams, and you see just boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not the Big East today.
Yeah.
The Big East today looks a little more like the ACC. I feel like in 10 years ago.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little bit where you're like, no, it's really good basketball and they're physical, but it's not, so I agree with you wholeheartedly though in first round games are called differently.
Yes.
Especially the first game of the NCAA tournament. Like
the first game of the entire NCAA tournament may be called a little different, Steve.
And I think we're a little bit not. I think sometimes we have, as fans, as Middays with Marcus Maben, Steve, Nick, I think we have a hard time sometimes putting ourselves in 93-9, the Blue Jay shoes. And I think you see their players and you see Kalkbrenner and you're like, man, he averages 19 a game. He's a big man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said Kalk.
Oh, no, that was for 93-9 the Blue Jay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, but I said, but you see him, you see Ashworth, and you go, now be 93-9 the Blue Jay. And look at Louisville's roster. And it's like, who is more nervous today? Who should be? And you go, they've got a 6'7" scoring machine in Terrence Edwards Jr. Like they've got Chucky Hepburn might be the best point guard in the country.
Wait. Stop there.
Yeah.
Because I like this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
When they turn on their highlight film and you see Terrence Edwards Jr., all you're saying is he has a scoring bag that is unparalleled.
Yeah.
When you look at do you realize how much of a Terrence Edwards, like a floater and a pump fake, a 3, 4, 5 pump fakes in the middle and scoring over somebody, like how often we sit in our living rooms and go, good job, Terrence.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Terrence.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot, Terrence. Right? Not from the offense, just Terrence going to go get a bucket. You watch if you watch this season's offensive package of just Terrence Edwards Jr., you're like, you're designing. You're either designing or hyping up your best defender, saying, hey man, he is relentless. He is relentless, and he is going to be attacking downhill all game long. Your hands are going to be full with this two guard all night long.
Yeah, he's huge.
That's just for starters. You know what I'm saying? And awkward angles, floaters, like I said, downhill, relentless pressure on the offensive end. I just totally robbed you of your point.
No. I think
if I'm Creighton, I'm just like, and I'm starting right there, just like it. Or if I did start there, I'll be talking about Terrence Edwards Jr. for a while, right? And then I'm gonna say, okay, who's our scorer? Because on the defensive end, he's going to be able to contest everything off of our screens. He's the hardest working guard you're going to see on screens. on the defensive end.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to work hard to get our Jeremiah Neal open or you know, whatever.
Yep.
That's
yep. And
go ahead.
And that's that. No, and that's just starting with their
game
two.
plan. Yeah.
Like, and I'm just going, okay, now I'm running down the list. I'm going, okay, well, all right, well, where is our
Blue Jay Steve? Who does he go to for the second scout?
That's what I'm saying. I would start with Terrence Edwards because I know how me and you are, and we would go, I know all you guys got your eyes on these guys, but this guy, you know, and it would be Terrence Edwards, and then you say, now let me start with, we have, by the way, they've played an ACC team already this year too, and lost.
Notre Dame.
They're 0-1 against the ACC.
Wait a minute, they beat Notre Dame, didn't they?
No, Notre Dame beat them
by 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Notre Dame was without little guard.
Yeah. The point guard.
Yeah. But that was in November though, so like I'm not totally just like, oh, that's a 1-to-1 data point, you know. But then I'm going and I'm saying, okay, well, we got Ashworth though, and he is he's a big time player for us, and we feel really comfortable with him and the things he can do, right? Who do they got? Chucky Hepburn. Well, let me start with Chucky Hepburn. Where's Chucky from? Oh God, he's from here. Huh. How about that? He's from Omaha. He's from that area. He's from where Creighton is, you know, like that's his home school, right? So now you're looking at a guy and you're going, okay, Chucky Hepburn could be the best point guard in the ACC. Probably was. One of the best point guards in the country. But what's he known for? Defense? Ball control?
Being awesome.
Yeah, it's just being great. but he went for a game. I mean, he's hit multiple threes in games. He's got a little pull up that's got to be 80+% on him hitting it. And I'm going, okay, well, my God, one of my strengths is my point guard. And I don't know that it's better than theirs. And that's one of my strengths. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, Creighton beat Notre Dame. I'm sorry. But they beat them by 4.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you was right. I was wrong on that. I had it backwards. They still beat them by 4. Whatever.
Without their all player.
Yeah. Like whatever, you know, tomato. What I do know is Notre Dame sucks out loud.
Davenport, what 1 or 2 points difference? Did you play a different game? No.
Yeah. But we'll get to Creighton's schedule in a second, right? So then you're just running down the list though. I'm not going to do every player for Louisville necessarily, but you're running down the list. You're going, okay, well, what's their big man do? Well, he leads the nation in dunks. Okay, well, I like my big man. If I'm Creighton, I like my big man. So have they been tested? They haven't been tested against a big man like Kalkbrenner. They just played Maxime Renaud twice. Right? They did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a really good job against Clemson's big physical big man. I mean, they didn't do a terrible job against Duke's big man both times they played him. Okay. So they've got this kid, Noah Waterman, who every time I turn the TV on, I watch him blowing a kiss to the crowd because he's stepping out, knocking a 3 down. He's nasty. He's pissing people off every game. He walls up. He does not go for pump fakes. That could be a problem. Who the hell is this Javon Hadley guy? This guy's went for 30 a couple times this year. Like, he's just everywhere. You just look at his stats. He's just a tough, hard-nosed basketball player. He played at Colorado last year. And when you're running this down, and then somebody goes, and then you're like, all right, man, we got to go to break. And somebody goes, we can't go to break. Rain Smith's playing. Who the hell is Rain Smith? He leads the nation in 3-pointers. What?
He's leading the NCAA active players, or like top 3 active players in all
What?
the NCAA.
They've got what? On top of all that? Man, it's gonna take now look, and I'm great. Look, listen, and I'm gonna go to break on this for real. This is Nick, Nicole, our producer for 93.9 The Blue Jay in there. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, guys. You want my full assessment when you run down that list. Creighton can beat these guys. We can beat these guys. Okay, the Blue Jays can come out on top. But it's going to take an out-of-the-box performance from somebody on our team. And we'll try to figure out who that is next. 93.9 The Blue Jay.
In a world in need of spice and flavor,
My food, it's so bland.
a hot sauce journeys the earth, fighting to bring balance back to your food. Formed from blending delicious ingredients and harnessing the power of fermentation, a Vigilante is born. Vigilante, not the hot sauce you always wanted, but the hot sauce you always needed.
My hero.
Rated E for everyone.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey guys, Mark Ennis here. Is your home too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, or are your energy bills too high? Then it's time to call First Choice Insulation, your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. At First Choice Insulation, they provide top quality insulation solutions to keep your home comfortable year round. First Choice Insulation has worked on projects like Denny Crum Hall and with some of the largest commercial and residential builders in the region. Whether upgrading your attic or insulating your crawl space, they've got you covered with professional service and the best materials. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation. Stop burning dollars to heat and cool your home. Mention ESPN Louisville for $100 off your next project. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
Are you getting ready to stock up for your next celebration? Whether you're planning a gathering or just need to restock, Liquor Barn has everything you need. Why leave the house when you can have all your favorites delivered right to your door? Order now from Liquor Barn for convenient delivery or pickup. Visit your nearest Liquor Barn store or head to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place your order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online and enjoy more time for what matters the most. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
If you're currently working as a plumber, pipe fitter, or HVAC tech, you owe it to yourself to check out Local Union 502. Union Local 502 offers the best compensation in the industry. They pay journeyman wages over $40 per hour with a total benefits package of over $60 per hour. Plus, 3 pension plans for secure, stress-free retirement. Join Local 502. Apply at lu502.com.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I was always tired with weekly bouts of indigestion. A friend asked me, when was the last time you did a detox? Never, I said. So she recommended Active Liver.
Our liver works hard every day to remove toxins from processed foods and unclean air and water. But too many toxins can overwhelm the liver, causing it to actually store toxins in our body fat. Low energy, brain fog, headaches, bloating, and skin irritation are all telltale signs that we need to act. Water or juice fasts can help, but often require days or weeks of feeling tired and sick. Thankfully, there's an easier way. Active Liver from New Nordic is a natural supplement that helps your liver effectively eliminate toxins on a daily basis, leaving you feeling better with more energy and less bloat.
Within a week of taking Active Liver, I was feeling better, and now I have more energy than I've had in years.
Available in both tablet or delicious gummies, you can find Active Liver online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com or in stores at your local CVS or Meijer grocery.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Main Street is calling your name. Down One Bourbon Bar is ready to be your lunchtime or happy hour destination. Located right next to the KFC Yum Center and one of the hottest spots on the Urban Bourbon Trail, Down One is the perfect place to kick back before the big game or concert. We're here to prove that what tacos can't cure, whiskey will.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's care centered on you. Visit baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurt in a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Looking for the perfect place to kick back, relax, and catch the Cards, Cats, or Hoosiers? 1020 Brewery has you covered. With their fun, laid-back atmosphere, it's like a sports bar without the sports bar feel. Grab a pint of their refreshing 1020 light beer, dig into their amazing food, and enjoy the games on our multiple big screen TVs with friends. And with college basketball hitting its peak, there's no better place to catch all the action of the conference tournaments and NCAA matchups. So grab your crew and come visit 1020 Brewery in Butchertown or Clarksville, the best place to cheer, chill, and enjoy the game. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
Looking to elevate your space? KPG Glass has you covered. From custom showers and bathroom glass to windows, doors, and unique custom etching and even printed glass, KPG brings your vision to life. Need something bigger? KPG specializes in large commercial construction and renovation. KPG delivered stunning custom glasswork to the Keeber Center and the baseball team's locker room renovation. Look up their portfolio on kpgglass.com. That's kpgglass.com.
Hey, cool 2-minute timed coffee break. Ever considered working at Stronghold instead? We make the Earth's strongest industrial storage right here in Louisville, and we're now hiring for both hourly manufacturing and office roles. You'll get competitive weekly pay, 401k, health and dental benefits, bonuses, and the freedom of working with genuinely not awful people in a seriously impressive environment. Okay, enjoy your coffee. Apply at strong-hold.com/careers.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
The DFH company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi mini split like the one we use at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Do you need to call the paramedics?
It's like my tongue just got fat all of a sudden.
It's like, I was like, are you okay?
And it happened like twice, Steve. And I don't know why. Do we got Greg Elliott on the line?
We do.
I believe we do. The man himself.
Mr. Galliette, thanks for joining us.
How are you?
How's it going?
It's good. How are you and Steve doing?
Wonderful. Of course, talking a little bit attorney
Yes,
prep. But listen, I gotta say, man, listen, I'll let you explain what you got going on because I don't even want to steal the show on this one.
You should steal the show. I mean, you played for the man, but we wanted to pay tribute to Coach Crum, who obviously transcended off the court as much as he did on the court in our community. Got to be a really good friend of our team when going back to my days with the Redbirds. And this is a story I tell every once in a while, and people may have heard this, but I mean, he was so nice that he would let a lot of our Riverbat players, when we had home games over a weekend, come out on a Saturday morning and fish in his private pond at his home. And of course, you probably know Coach Crum and his pond. I mean, you could basically look in the pond and whistle and fish would just jump out. It was so well stocked. But he would even take my young twins at the time, they were 6 and 7 years old, into his theater room and put on cartoons for them and go make them a pancake breakfast. I mean, he was an unbelievably gracious man, and we just want to do something special. So we're providing a Denny Crum bobblehead, which some folks have already seen and have ordered, can get from the Louisville Bats by purchasing one of our membership ticket plans, anything as small as a 5-game plan up to our full season ticket memberships. But again, they'll get a Denny Crum bobblehead, which I think turned out super. The folks that did the bobblehead really did a fantastic job of capturing Coach in his classic pose on the sideline. And we're going to kind of cap this night off, or the bobblehead promotion off, with a U of L alumni night on Friday night, May 9th, at the Bats game. And been talking with Roger Berkman, and we're working on getting some of the former players, hopefully folks like yourself, to come on that night. Susan Sweeney Crum will be with us that evening, and she's been so excited about this. And the cool thing is, we'll be donating a portion of the proceeds of all the ticket sales for the bobblehead promotion back to the Denny Crum Scholarship Fund, which is something that I've partnered with Coach on for many years when he was with us, and we wanted to do something special. We thought that was the best avenue to do it.
Listen, you are way too good at this radio thing, so I'm going to have to slow down and restart kind of this conversation from the beginning, because you were just flowing. Okay. You were getting all the information out. I have to tag along with your lake story, because there's a famous story of my own. When I first, you have that beginning of the season, welcome to the team moment. I hadn't been at Coach Crum's house probably 16, 17 minutes when I saw that lake and I saw all those fishing rods and that little boat was docked there. I barely even knew Coach Crum himself, and that's the first thing I did is jumped right on that boat and went right. I hadn't met Judy Calgary. I mean, I just hadn't met anybody, but I was totally fixated on getting out on that boat.
And let me ask you this: how long was it while you're in that boat before you actually pulled a fish on your line? Oh, probably within 5 seconds.
I know that the boat didn't get turned on before yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know what he was doing to train those fish, but yeah, he definitely rigged that game out there.
Oh yeah, there was a traffic jam in that pond because there were so many fish in it.
Right. Okay, so yeah, that part was awesome. And I have to go back to the origin of the bobblehead idea. And one more question: was I not supposed to show that bobblehead when I did? Because it was too late by the time I realized maybe this wasn't supposed to be for public consumption. But
you did a great job, and we appreciate it.
Oh man, I put it on my YouTube channel, and I just got pounded with emails and messages like, how do I get one of those? So make sure you do repeat how people can get those, because that is you're right, they did a phenomenal job of capturing Coach Crum in his top coaching pose.
Yeah. Once again, folks can get those just by reaching out to the Louisville Bats, whether you reach out via phone or if you come on our website at batsbaseball.com. Just purchase one of our ticket membership plans, which could be as small as a 5-game plan up to our full season plan. We have a lot of plans that'll fit your budget, your timeline, your schedule. They're great to share with neighbors, families, friends. We've got a lot of big promotions planned this year for the Louisville Bats, including we are back home for Thunder over Louisville Day this year, which Major League Baseball last year, for the first time ever, put us on the road. So we're excited to be back home playing a day game on Thunder Day. So once again, just reach out to batsbaseball.com, call us on the phone at 212-2287, and we'll have a representative be sure to take care of you.
Batsbaseball.com. You got anything, Steve?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to be extremely selfish because I love everything that's going on here, but your boy is excited about my Reds this year. Look, I know every year, but I'm telling you, this year now with Francona, like I'm already the hot start that they had. I like that. So a lot of people are like that though, Greg. So I want to know, give me a name for the Louisville Bats this year to get out and watch. If I'm a casual fan and I say, you know what, I love the Reds and I want to get out here, I want to check out the Bats when we get things going. Give me a name for a guy that I say, okay, all right, that might be a guy that we see in the majors some point this year.
Well, what's interesting, we're going to probably start the year as maybe the oldest team in the International League. We got a lot of veterans that are going to probably be on our club coming out of spring training who have had some time and some of major time in the major leagues. So it's going to be interesting. I think Arroyo, the shortstop, who was supposedly was going to be maybe in Louisville last year, but because of a shoulder injury, did not make it. I think he'll start at maybe Chattanooga, but I think at some point we will see him here in Louisville. Obviously, there's a little bit of a log jam for him as shortstop because there's a young man in Cincinnati named De La Cruz that kind of plays that position.
Yeah.
But the Reds, if they can stay healthy, they should be competitive. I visited spring training, spent some time with the guys, and the one overall arching theme that came out of my visit there was everybody loves playing for Terry Francona. The atmosphere in camp's just unbelievable. And it's kind of filtering down to the minor league system also. But what was interesting, and you guys are going to love this, the Reds came through in end of January on a Friday night, and we had everybody there at Slugger Field, including manager Terry Francona. And our friend, the guy you're focused on right now with March Madness going on, Pat Kelsey, ends up coming straight over from practice and brought Johnny, and we snuck him upstairs, and he got a chance to spend some time with Terry Francona. And you would have thought I took Coach PK and put him in front of Santa Claus, because he was having such a great time, as he is the biggest Cincinnati Reds fan that I know. And I almost had to peel him away from Terry Francona so the program started. But they were having a great time chatting with each other. And I'm sure once the season's over, Coach Kelsey will be at Slugger Field numerous times, because again, he is a humongous Cincinnati Reds fan.
Well, hopefully we have plenty to cheer for, because I'm under the I've always been under the mindset that I said Terry Francona is he's such a made man. I can't fathom he comes back unless he really felt like this is something I can win with. You know, he doesn't need to just be in the game, you know, like, so the fact that he looked at that roster and said, yeah, I'll mess with that.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Terry and I go back. We were together in 1990 when I was with the Redbirds, and he played for us. And that's back when Terry had hair. But we were chatting at the baseball winter meetings in Dallas, and the thing that he remembered the most about playing for the Redbirds and Cardinals, he goes, you know, I remember those female convicts that used to clean Cardinals Stadium after every game. I'd come out and you guys still do that? I go, no, we don't do that anymore, Skip. But it's funny what he remembers from his time here in Louisville.
I love it.
Listen, one more time, the plans where people can get the Coach Denny Crum, which also contributes to the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation. Where can they get these awesome details? And whose idea was it? Who you got to give a little credit on who just came with the idea of just the design.
It was myself. Coach and I were good friends, and I wanted to do something special for him. And you know, he had such a large impact on my life. As you know, I got very spoiled when I was at U of L. I was in the Final Four 3 of my 4 years in college. I just figured that's what we do every spring.
That's
awesome. We go to the Final Four. And so I thought this was a fitting way to pay tribute to him. And once again, just go to batsbaseball.com or call our office at 502-212-2287. And any of our 5-game plans up to our full season, we'll get you a Coach Crum bobblehead. And guys, thank you again for having me on. And I'd like to wish not only the Cards, but also UK good luck as we go forward here in the tournament this week.
BatBaseball.com. Greg, anytime, you are more than welcome. You just let Nikki know whenever you're calling in. You are more than welcome to join the show. We appreciate having you on.
Hey, I'm big fans of your show. You guys do a great job. And of course, you have the best producer in radio working for you. So you're very blessed.
Appreciate it, Greg. Thank you, man.
Be good, guys.
I paid him to say that.
We'll definitely be talking to you soon. Yes, batsbaseball.com. People, if you haven't had a chance to look at the YouTube channel made for the Ville, I'll have the Coach Crum bobblehead, which is really awesome detail. Like I said, I mean, not that I won't say it's worth it to have in your possession.
Yeah.
Listen, if you are purchasing tickets for yourself or others or anybody,
Phil's here.
Phil's around.
Yeah, but it's kind of stupid. He's wearing an NBA assistant coach's shirt, which is like stolen valor. Sorry, he looks so like.
Where did you get from Burlington?
Yeah. Where did that
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Phil, no, actually, I think I saw a box at NBA Summer League and grabbed it.
Phil, did you see the Air Maxes, the red and white Air Maxes?
No, I didn't.
At Burlington?
Oh no, I did. I mean, it's been a few weeks. I haven't been.
Oh.
It's your job to send me the good stuff. That's
I almost actually, Steve.
Yeah,
I bought some.
Attaboy.
Yeah, well done,
right there, baby. Attaboy.
Well done.
Did you get your fob?
But then I took it back. No, I don't have a fob, Phil. Have you got it for me?
No, he told me he gave it to you.
Have a good show, guys.
Phil, will you please get my 5 and,
Yes,
and
I
text me?
will. I will get it.
Thank you so much. Nikki, go ahead and play us out. Top of the hour. Again, batsbaseball.com. Any 5 plan up to full season ticket plans will get you a Denny Crum bobblehead, and they are awesome, good people. Trust me. Like I said, I wouldn't say that. It's become one of my more favorite showpieces for the man cave and the show. We're going to be rolling along. Speaking from 93.9, the Blue Jay, 93.9, the Bill.
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, our world-class network of innovative experts can heal your heart, revive it, protect your heart, and even replace it. Our academic research and groundbreaking discoveries are truly life-changing because we want you to keep following your heart wherever it leads. Here, your heart is in the right place. That's the power of you. Visit uoflhealth.org.
This is Dr. Patel with New Horizons Foot and Ankle. If you're battling foot and ankle pain, dealing with sports injuries, looking for peak performance laser treatments, or even custom orthotics, we've got the advanced solutions to get you back on your feet pain-free. So don't wait. Visit KentuckyFootDoctor.com. That's KYFootDoctor.com and take your first step to better foot health. And make sure to catch me every Thursday at 10:30 on Middays with Marcus Maven, where I share tips and discuss the latest injuries in sports. New Horizons Foot and Ankle, where innovation meets excellence.
Hey, this is Bob Valvano. Winter's winding down. Spring is just around the corner, and that means it's time to get your HVAC system ready for the warmer months ahead. Ken J. Biener HVAC, your trusted American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, is offering a $95 air conditioning tune-up special. I use Ken J. Biener & Son for my HVAC services, and you should too. Call Ken J. Biener & Son HVAC today at 584-9960 and schedule your spring AC tune-up. That's BUEHNER, Ken J. Biener & Son, an American Standard heating and air conditioning deal.
When you first bought your house, all you saw was a home. You weren't thinking it would be the key to a backyard pool or a chance to see the world. You weren't thinking of using it to pay for college or finance a whole dream wedding. Back then, it was just 4 walls. But now, it's time to start asking, what could your home be doing for you? A home equity line of credit from Commonwealth Credit Union can unlock your home's potential. Visit ccuky.org/home equity to learn more. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to approval. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details about terms and conditions.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of Remax Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
That, friends, is the kind of moment that defines legends, the kind of moment that deserves to be celebrated with the exceptional taste of Remy Martin VSOP. Remy Martin is a tribute to the dedication, passion, and pursuit of excellence, a moment best savored with a refreshing Remy Ginger or Remy Sidecar. So gather your friends, raise a glass, and celebrate the extraordinary. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Contro USA Inc., New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
Main Street is calling your name. Down One Bourbon Bar is ready to be your lunchtime or happy hour destination. Located right next to the KFC Yum Center and one of the hottest spots on the Urban Bourbon Trail, Down One is the perfect place to kick back before the big game or concert. We're here to prove that what tacos can't cure, whiskey will.
Customer-focused technology experts, delivering equipment, service, and solutions for all your office, network, print, and mailing needs. Authorized IT support specialist on world-class products and solutions from Ricoh. Lexmark, HP, Epson, and FT Mailing Solutions will simplify your daily work processes wherever you're working.
For today and tomorrow.
And their commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Discover the Ricoh Pro C9500 graphic print system for your outsourced print communication needs. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho Corporate Mailing Systems, and Ricoh. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online at duplicatorsales.net or at their store, 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah, and London.
Miss anything from your favorite show? Head over to the Alex R. White Sue Distracted Driver Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Good stuff.
Speaking from 93.9, the Blue Jays, Steve, where do you go to next? In your matchup against your first round matchup against Louisville. Are you still complaining about getting Louisville in the 8-9 game?
I mean, you know, I probably feel like, but let's review really quick. Let's review.
Okay.
I go back through my season and, you know, I'll leave out some of the Rio Grandes and Fairleigh Dickinsons and Houston Christians and Kansas City.
Okay.
Then I was 14th in the country, and I played Nebraska, and I lost by 11. Fell to 21st in the country, and I went to a tournament. Got beat by 20 by San Diego State. Then I got beat by 6 by Texas A&M.
The San Diego State that's going to play North Carolina
tonight. Yep. I beat Notre Dame by 4. Then I come back home and I beat number 1 Kansas in December 4th. Beat number 1 Kansas at Creighton. I beat UNLV. Then I lost to Alabama by 9 or 8. I'm sorry. And then I lost to Georgetown by almost 20. Then I beat Villanova. I beat St. John's by 1. How about that?
Low scoring.
We went into January. Yeah, we're low scoring. We went into January. Lost to Marquette by 8. Beat Butler by 4. Beat Providence. Beat UConn. Beat DePaul.
Beat Providence by 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Beat Seton Hall. Beat Xavier. Good January. And I beat Villanova. Beat Providence again. Beat Marquette. I lost to UConn by 4. Not bad. Lost to St. John's by 6. Not bad. Beat Georgetown this time. Beat DePaul again. Led me into March. Got beat by 22 by Xavier on March 1st. Beat Seton Hall. Beat Butler. Beat DePaul. Beat UConn again. And then lost to St. John's. Not terrible.
What's their overall record?
24-10. But did I name a team there that you think Louisville just couldn't beat? Did that schedule just sound so much more rigorous than Louisville's?
If you count UConn as UConn, as last year UConn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it's UConn last year, maybe. But instead, we're not talking about that UConn anymore. I mean, they played the same as us. I mean, you know, you look, they played St. John's and Marquette, which is tougher. I mean, those are good games. Those are good games for sure. And then, I mean, UConn. And like I said, I still will count UConn just because it's Danny Hurley.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's beating.
But all the other
a big time coach.
Yeah, for sure. But all the other games were games like you wouldn't have blinked an eye if Louisville played Providence. I mean, Xavier beat them. Maybe Xavier beat them by 22 just about a week and a half ago. And it's John Miller. You know, would you be more scared of Xavier on Thursday? Now I'm back to Louisville. Like, would you be more scared of Xavier on Thursday? I don't know. Maybe. You know, like it's just when you rack the Creighton season as a whole, it's not overly impressive, but there are some impressive wins, you know. But I think the same thing.
Are they impressive wins if you're just saying it's Big East, good basketball, good coaches?
Yeah. Good programs, good basketball. You know, I mean, like I believe in the Northeast basketball scene. So like I always believe they're good teams there. You know, like even if they're not great, you're playing good players. Texas says they're 6-5 on the road. Thursday would be a road game for them. It's just
they played in some tough environments too, though.
Of course, Big East environments. But we have to. Mm-hmm. And we're good with the crowd. I just and my thing is, I think Tennessee fans are going to root for Louisville that are there because I think you believe Louisville can knock Auburn out.
Louisville and Tennessee have a good relationship, fan base. Why don't we?
I think so. I think so. And I think if you're a Tennessee fan that's there, I think you're pulling for Louisville because you want Auburn to have to play Louisville. Because you're like, this place on Saturday will be packed with Louisville fans. And Tennessee fans, now, do you think they're rooting for Louisville on Thursday? That whole arena will be rooting for Louisville on Saturday.
Right.
So I think you'll have the crowd there. Majority. You'll definitely have the majority, but I think it'll be a nice majority that Louisville fans have there. And so, that's going to be a tough environment for Creighton to come in. And I let me be clear, and I know I don't have to give this disclaimer over and over. There is no piece of me saying Louisville just going to walk in and just beat Creighton. Like, Creighton sucks. They're just going to blow them out, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. But when you look at them, I'm more giving my team a lot of credit in this matchup. And I say, there's a lot of holes in this matchup for Creighton. Like you can really poke some holes in this scouting report.
Let me do another one.
Yeah.
And this will probably be the most not Marcus-like thing you'll hear me say, out of all the eval.
Sure.
They did not play a lot of good defense in the Big East this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Didn't play against a lot of good, or they didn't play a lot of good?
There was not a lot of good defense in the Big East.
Okay, because I agree with that. I'm glad you said that because I don't want to take your point away here, but I think when you hear Big East, you see Coach Pitino, and you see a defensive St. John's team.
Yeah, you see the highlights.
I think Marquette gets after it. I think there's some teams that get after it, but I don't think there's some lockdown defensive teams.
There's a difference, Steve. There's a difference, though. Getting after it looks good. It looks cute. A connected team help defense is different.
Yep.
That big highlight that was making the rounds that had all the Louisville fans orgasming over, the Rick Pitino defense.
Yeah, against Marquette.
Yeah, that was a broken floor. Guys just working hard to help each other out. That was overexertive effort. That was effort compliment, right? That wasn't good. Like, if you watch the game, it was playing hard effort defense. Us keeping our shape defensively, making sure each dribbler is looking at 6 eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? When he puts the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
The activity of our bigs when James Scott hedges out, the active hands, the not leaving their feet until they pick up the ball, the discipline. Our defense, I think, overall ACC defense and help defense is much better than the Big East.
Well, Louisville and Duke are two of the best defensive teams in the entire nation. Right off the top.
Statistically?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Louisville and Duke are two of your better defensive teams in the country. Just right off the top. And I know you're taking your top 2, of course, you know what I mean? And then you say, okay, well, the power lies behind that. But I don't disagree with you, man. When you see some of the athletes, because that's something that you forget about with the ACC, too. There are a lot of really, you're playing a Stanford team, and it's like, oh, who's Stanford got? Oh, just a guy that's going to be picked top 20 in the draft, and and they've got a bunch of other upperclassmen that can really shoot it, and it's like, yeah, no, it's a pretty good team. There are dudes in this conference. Georgia Tech gave Duke everything they wanted for a little bit. They beat us, they beat Clemson, and Georgia Tech beat us and Clemson. Clemson. Tell me you're going to play a tougher, more physical game than what you played on Friday night against Clemson. You won't. May play one as tough, but you won't play a tougher game than that. I mean, that's as physical of a team as you're going to play. I mean, there were dudes bleeding all over the place in that game on both teams. So I'm with you 1,000% on that. That
defensively could be the Steve moment. What were we thinking?
Yeah. I mean, when you
listen, granted, a disclaimer alert: you can shoot anybody out of a gym on a good night.
Sure. Creighton comes out. They're just. I mean, Minnesota couldn't hit a 3 all year, and they just lit it up. And there's nothing. That's the ultimate equalizer, man. So Creighton is a good 3-point shooting team.
Mm-hmm.
So they can knock them down, and yeah, can they come in and get smoking hot? Absolutely.
The team defense of every game I watch in the Big East, I'm like, yeah, you're not getting to the basket on the top 4 ACC teams like that at all. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Texter says the only 2 AP top 10 teams who were seeded at 8 made the championship game, Villanova and Kentucky. How about that?
Wait, start over?
Well, the only 2 AP top 10 teams who were seeded at 8 made the championship game, Villanova and Kentucky. Well, here's to a third one. Did you know, Kelly Dickey put this out yesterday, if Louisville plays Auburn on Saturday, it'll only be the second time in history that a top 10 matchup happens on the first weekend. In the AP top 10 matchup. The only other time was Wisconsin versus Pitt. And I looked it up yesterday. It was in 2004, and they were 3-6.
Okay. I actually screenshot it and sent that to myself. And just for effect, let me read it out loud again, because I want to digest this as well. If AP number 4 Auburn plays AP number 10 Louisville on Saturday, it will be only the second AP top 10 matchup in an opening weekend since seeding began in 1979.
Mm-hmm. The only other time was number 3 seed versus 6 seeded Pitt and Wisconsin in the second round. It's kind of crazy.
Every stat that Kelly Dickey will make your point for you, won't he? Like, he's
the man.
He totally gives it like a ridiculous level of clarity and perspective of the anomaly of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, he's the ultimate, like, prop up your conspiracy theories with actual numbers and say, no, something's different here.
Yeah. This is odd. Something odd is happening.
Just to wrap up this point, like I said, when I watched individuals can play defense in the Big East, like they're tough and they kind of get after it, but like I said, I did not see them keeping their shape at all. That's the one thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one thing that will get me talking a little bit cockier, going into this game. I know by the time I get to Thursday, like I said, not the pregame part of it, but by the time I get real deal Thursday, I'll be saying, how do we play it at 12:30, Steve? When you think of our team and day games, does anything jump to mind?
I don't recall. I mean, trying to think. I mean, when
you win 20 out of 22 games, it's hard to like go to concerns.
I know it's hard to look back and I mean, yeah, because like I don't even remember playing games early or not, you know. Like, I mean, Florida State was early. You know, like I remember at Louisville, like Pitt, I think was early at Pitt. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know that it matters, man. I mean, Louisville's staying right across the street from Rupp Arena. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be.
So there's no outside factors that disturb you at all.
No, yeah. They're getting that. They'll be there Wednesday. They have an open practice on Wednesday, you know, and then they'll do media, and they'll be literally right across the street, from Rupp Arena. Like I don't think there's going to be any issue there, you know, as far as anything that can throw you off, you know, like, well, the bus broke down, well, something happened, you know, some kind of travel was messed up, you know. So I mean, I think they'll be there. I mean, they'll be able to be locked in and focused. And 12:15 is not early. I mean, it might be to Nick, but like 12:15 is, you know, I mean, you'd be still almost an hour to go before this game starts. Now, the beautiful thing I do like about it is you can focus in on a time because you're going to start then. Because it's the first game of the tournament.
You know,
and like you will start then. So there's no like, all right, I'm ready to go. Oh,
no overtimes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, okay. I mean, you're going to start at 12:15. That's going to be the time. That's going to be the game time.
Wait a minute. Didn't something happen though where we got delayed in Des Moines?
Probably.
I think I remember they weren't or they weren't letting.
And Rupp Arena is not the newest building on planet Earth. Trust me. So
didn't they do something like not let the fans in for a while or something?
It sounds right. Oh, I do kind of remember that.
Does somebody remember 38-31 and 93-9? Does somebody remember them not letting the fans in until like 30 minutes into the game or something? It was something like that.
Something did happen because I remember thinking, I was like, it's already throwing us off right here.
Yeah.
I was like, the vibes are bad right off the bat.
Yes. It was something about not letting the fans in.
Or there was traffic there. Something happened. I'll have to ask Blankenbaker when he gets out of the meeting because you're 100% right. That now that you're saying that, I'm like, yes, that happened. That Blankenbaker, he's talking to Nick. I'm sure it's important. Very important.
Pull a Bob out on state your business. Yeah.
I think it looks serious. So.
I don't know if they didn't have they said they didn't have the personnel for that could manage the people, or you know.
Sorry, we're juggling equipment back here.
Will you ask Blankenbaker really quick? Will you ask him what happened in Des Moines? Did the fans get delayed from coming in?
Hey, what happened in Des Moines? Did the fans get delayed
at the beginning?
At the beginning of the game in Des Moines, was there like a delay in getting the fans in? There was something happened when
2019.
Yes, there was something.
I don't remember.
Okay, see, we can't remember what happened either, but it's like one of those where like we know it happened because I remember going, "Oh my God, the vibes are off."
That went down.
Yeah, something happened.
Is this another?
And I don't know if they had to evacuate everybody and then bring them back in,
I remember an evacuation.
Okay, what did evacuation?
Mandela effect?
Maybe we just made it up in our head. Where we were just like,
felt like we evacuated the tournament really early.
I would say we evacuated quickly.
Yeah,
it's like
all of a sudden a non 3-point shooting team was raining threes.
That's what we were just talking about. We're like,
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, I might be wrong. No,
I
you're
just remember
fine.
Bill Murray buying me drinks in the bar after. That's all
I remember that story. Yeah. So now it's going to be, well, this time hopefully it's Steve Rummage after a win.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not Bill Murray. Maybe it's Jennifer Lawrence. Maybe it's Johnny Depp.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
That
what
wouldn't be
Kentucky celebrity can we pick?
That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, that would be fun. Get a dub.
Drink up.
Drink with Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I just think somebody said do not order room service in Lexington. Matter of fact, don't even eat. Bring your own food.
Pack a sandwich.
Yeah, don't eat anything.
We'll make our own. Yeah.
Like every time we go there, something happens like that.
Yeah, listen, Steve. If we don't have the absolute best immune systems in all of college basketball by now.
Oh yeah.
Then something like somebody's actively like there's an inside person that's you remember in Ocean's 11 when they just started like ruining the hotel rooms, just like
oh yeah,
just like putting all these germs and microbugs in the hotel room to really mess. Which Oceans was that, Nikki? Do you know?
Which Oceans?
When they just started with Al Pacino in.
Oh, that's Oceans.
That's the third one.
The third one, 13. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's when Don Cheadle's. I'm a damn American hero. I love that. Yeah.
Yes. And they went through the hotel and just messed up the hotel.
Yeah, the nose. Yeah. That's 13.
I would feel like somebody's literally doing that to us. If I hear one thing about one guy being sick at all, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We should be as healthy as all get out.
Somebody said the ticket scanners weren't working right. They were having trouble getting people in.
Go figure. Go figure. Ticket scanners. Yeah. So Lexington, they've already used the ticket scanners are down. Those banana and tailpipe move.
I know, right? Well, good news is everybody can calm their fears because I'm going to head tomorrow evening to the team hotel and I'll be staying the night there. So,
running security.
I'm willing to give my life for this team.
Don't eat that. Look, Steve is going to be the food tester.
I will eat all the food first, and we're going to wait and see if anything happens to me. Like I'm gonna be roaming hallways when lights out,
just making your rounds.
Yeah. This is Steve Rummage. Yeah, I coach. I'm not a coach for you guys, but I coach with Mark Lieberman. Just make sure everybody's in bed.
I'm signing up for room check.
Yeah, it's lights out.
Finish that chapter.
Yeah.
Lights out in 15.
Finish it up.
Nick, it is batsbaseball.com, right?
Yeah.
Where you can get the 6. Okay. Just making sure.
Better be a Creighton book you're reading.
A Creighton playbook.
Yeah. So I will make sure that everyone knows.
I'll tell you what. We'll take our last quick commercial break. 939 DeVille.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
You work hard to build equity in your home, so why would you give that money to the real estate agents when you sell your home? At Edlin & Edlin, they know you deserve to keep more of that money.
It's a full service offering. The advantage is we don't charge as much, even though you get full service. In the regular world, a realtor says that the commissions are 6%, and what we do is accept 1% as the listing agent and recommend you pay the buyer's agent 2.5%. The average home sale around here is around $300,000, so that's $7,500 more in your pocket at closing.
When Edlin lists your home, it immediately goes on all the places where buyers are looking for a home.
When I put a listing on the MLS, it is automatically shared with all the real estate apps, Zillow, Realtor.com, you name it. So all of that overhead in my business is gone. And what really should happen, prices should go down, the price of real estate services. And that's what we're reflecting in our commission structure.
So visit Edlin.com to start keeping more of your home's equity. That's Edlin.com, EDELEN.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Genesis Diamond's most anticipated sale of the year is coming March 28th through 30th. 3 days of extra store-wide savings, up to 35% off. Get special pricing on all exquisite rings, all earrings, all bracelets, all bands, all pendants, and more. Exclusive designers will be here with their newest breathtaking collections, all on sale. Engagement rings, wedding bands, extra markdowns on lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds. Special financing, too. Don't miss this 3-day extravaganza, March 28th through 30th at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Spring Street Bar and Grill, open daily 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. with food served until 2 a.m. Join them for Monday Night Trivia at 7 p.m. with cash prizes for the top 3 teams. Also, Tuesdays, get one of the best burgers in the city and a side of your choice for just $10. Dine in only. That's not all. Daily lunch special, 5 and fried. 5 chicken wings and a side of fries for just $10. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. Find Vigilante Hot Sauce at Spring Street Bar and Grill, too. Spring Street Bar and Grill. Come early. Stay late.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. For this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention us, and you'll get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for $109 and a free hallway. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online at ZeroResLouisville.com. Zero Res, all they leave is clean.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky.
Coming back, boys.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going?
Hey, so I listen all the time and don't get a chance to call in much, but, this seeding thing, I just, there's all kind of different ways to look at it, how it just doesn't make sense, but I really hope that they get those university guys out there at some point and get some folks in there that don't have, monetary gains by this happening or that happening and all that good stuff. But it's just frustrating. But in regards to the guys last week, I actually think they were, a little tired. First time I ever watched them play and thought, man, they just looked tired. And I think one of the reasons why, just not the back-to-back close games and all that good stuff, I think they had to work harder on offense. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that Rain wasn't in the game. Whether or not he's hitting, him just being on the floor and pulling a defender out, it just opens up the driving lanes better. It opens up the cutting lanes. I just thought they had to work so hard on offense without him in the game. It just took it out of them. So I'm hoping he's good to go and not just, sparing minutes here and there, but just having him on the floor changes everything. I just want to get y'all's thoughts on that.
Appreciate the call. A little bit of season wear down, a little bit of depth wear down at the guard spot, especially. Like I said, you could tell Chucky wasn't. It's probably his groin's not the healthiest, and a 3 day or 2 game back to back it'll push it to the limit. So yeah,
push it to the limit.
And you got to remember the Stanford thing. It's a great point you're making, Chuck, because the Stanford game, you already had a scout report. So playing a team, 4 days after you play them in a final game, you're definitely going to have to work harder because they're kind of up on your scout report a little better. So yeah, I couldn't agree with more. How much rest and recovery we've managed between our last game and Thursday it'll make all the difference in the world. Malcolm, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Malcolm.
How you doing, Steve and Marcus? Look, I was walking up Bardstown Road yesterday. So I was just looking around, and I ran into one of the local sportscasters, Rick Boges. I think that's his name, Rick Boges. Yep. He's real tall with gray hair.
Oh yeah.
And I asked him, I said, who you think gonna come out of that bracket? He said Auburn's gonna win it all. He said Louisville ain't got a chance. Then I said I argued with him on Bardstown Road, and I didn't care. Because you look at North Carolina State last year, nobody had them nowhere, and they went to the Final Four. So I put him on blast, Steve. Don't worry. You ain't gonna be. I said, how you gonna work for be a radio tech and live in Louisville and you dog Louisville? Right, out in front of everybody. So I said, I'm not gonna let this guy get away with it. I don't work for him or nothing. So I'm just a regular guy. So I'm gonna eat him up alive. I said, you got your nerve working for a big sports guy. You don't want to back up Louisville. Talking about Auburn's gonna win it all. I said, whatever then. I said, Louisville. I said, man, I'm going to call you right down on your sports page and say, eat that. Talking about because I think Louisville got a shot, man. Yeah, if we stay healthy, like we are now, we got a shot. We got a shot to come out of that bracket. I looked at all those teams. I ain't scared of none of those teams, not even Auburn. Nobody's scared of Auburn.
I love it.
They couldn't, look, Steve, they couldn't even win their own tournament. Talking about they so superior then. Superior all that, win all of that. You couldn't even win your own tournament. So how you gonna say you're gonna win it all? Steve. So I'm with you, Steve. I'm be following y'all all the way. I'm gonna follow. I said this first, Steve. I'm gonna follow us all the way to the Final Four, and I'm out.
I love it.
Appreciate the call, Malcolm.
Dang, poor Bozich getting
Rick.
I love it. He said Bozich out here telling people. Look, he out here telling people that Louisville's going to get smoked. He said, I ain't going to let you get away with this.
I'm not even going to let you get away with it.
Not today, Rick. Not today. Not with Malcolm, my man. I ain't mad at him. I like it. Hey, they fool around and win a couple games here this weekend.
Allie Jack says Auburn may have peaked too early.
I will say this. There does seem to be a little bit of an issue with Auburn right now. Like the pot isn't stirring the way it should. You can tell.
But they lost 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's you watch them play and something isn't now. Hey, it could be something that just look. All right, they got it figured out. I mean, they're extremely good team, you know, and they're extremely talented. I mean, me and Marcus have went to them all year as our private. Well, I mean, you know, you run up against a team like that, you're gonna be in trouble. Type team.
And of course, me
and you spoke this into existence.
We demanded the sports god give us Auburn.
They were just our go-to, like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're playing a team like Auburn, you may struggle, but like, we just talked this right into existence, didn't we?
Good job, Steve.
Yeah,
Steve, I can't get wasted by Frederick King.
Is he still on the team? I thought he transferred. I don't think he's on there anymore.
I just went to their roster and I saw Fred King.
Is he still there?
Tell me he's not there anymore.
If he does, I don't think he plays. Yeah, if he is.
Nikki, will you pull up the Creighton roster and go down to the bottom and see if you see Frederick King? Because I just saw it.
King too. I loved him too.
I know.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think he's still there.
24, 25. He's right there.
It's in green. Steve Israel. Ryan Colbrenner, Mason Miller. Frederick King. There he is.
Yeah,
Fred
sure
King.
enough, man.
He's a junior.
Sure enough. Wow. Is he out for the year or something? Like
we risk our whole future on. We were ready to bet it all on Frederick King, weren't we?
Yeah, no, I mean he's played 34 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went 8 for I don't want to lose to Frederick King.
He averaged 2 points a game, but
he's all academic team.
Good for him.
2022, 23.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Pamela Lundy. Do you know that name? Do you recognize that name?
No, I do not.
Steve, I'm going to do this right now. Wait, Pamela Landy is her name. Look, I was like, isn't that the lady from Jason Bourne? Pamela Landy.
I don't know.
Yeah, have you watched the Bourne Ultimatums and Bourne
not.
Supremacies and all that?
I have not. That's a blind spot for me.
Texters 3831-93.9. Really quick. Pamela Landy. Look, I would just read
through. Come on. I mean, okay, Texter. I mean, I feel you, but I mean, we've Texter says, how about we get past the tough matchup with Creighton before we dissect an Auburn matchup? Like, well, we've spent an hour and a half talking.
Reads. Okay, you don't have to read them out loud, but read a couple of that.
No, I don't know. I think they're okay, but I'm like, come on now. Like, I mean, yeah, no, we're talking Creighton. I mean, no, it's all Creighton. I don't.
We were a radio station speaking from the Creighton perspective, talking about Louisville for the first hour.
Hey, we're all Creighton. Like, look, ain't overlooking Creighton. Okay, that's all most of the day today, and all day tomorrow.
Are we allowed to talk about other teams that are in our bracket?
We only have 45 minutes on Thursday, which I assume will be Marcus Maben breaking down Creighton. So, like, we're Creighton it up. Trust me, it's all Creighton. Then we'll worry about what's next.
You're not allowed to talk about other potential future
but
matchups.
It is hard to ignore that Auburn is setting out there. So I mean, you know, yes, somebody said, let me see. Yep, they sent it. It was Pamela, a film character from the Bourne Supremacy.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I just that name just sounded kind of funny. Wait a minute. Frederick King, Steve.
Yeah.
NIL deal he wants is with Bass Pro Shop. That's a lie.
Okay.
I'm just reading.
Wait, how did you find that information?
I'm reading Frederick King's bio.
He knows people.
Nickname Fred. Great fit environment, great coaches. Hobbies include fishing and gaming. Okay. Biggest sports thrill. He participated in his March Madness when places like to visit Dubai. Favorite comedian, Chris Tucker. Sports hero, Greek freak. Favorite saying, everything good.
Let's hope we see a lot of him. Is the tournament the one place?
Steve,
listen, I'm going to have a very uncomfortable conversation right now.
No, I'm gonna beat your. Look, I'm gonna make it so uncomfortable with my last sentence that there's nothing else you can say that's gonna make it more uncomfortable. I'm reading his bio, and he's lying on his bio. First of all, his NIL deal is Bass Pro Shop. That's not true. He's trying to endear himself to the Nebraska Omaha people and talking about his favorite historical leader is Martin Luther King Jr.
Now that is funny. There is funny. I agree.
Martin Luther King Jr. is not your favorite historical leader. Okay, I'm listening, Steve.
That is funny. Is the tournament the one place that you root for injuries? I mean, am I allowed? Are we allowed to say that? I don't know.
Whoa.
Like not root for injuries because nobody like
Nikki coming in hot with this. Nikki wants no part of this one.
Not root. You never root for injuries because, like I said, I don't want to see somebody actually hurt. But is it the one game where like, or is it the one thing where you're like, you just don't like?
You have the least bit of empathy in a tournament.
Yes. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
In
where
all
it's
of
just
sports,
like, if somebody rolls an ankle, like I look at the other team like, too bad, that's your problem.
Listen,
ain't my problem. That's on you.
Oh, Steve, in the middle of a game, if I see somebody go down, and listen, trust Louisville has had their share of tournament injuries, but I'm telling you, Steve, I'm like, I start saying, take them out back.
Take them out.
No, take them out back, Steve.
Yeah. No, I know.
Put him down.
Oh, I know what you meant.
Yeah. Soon as he hits the ground, hey, go put him down. Get him out of here.
I hope he can play one day, but not today. Not today.
Listen, I don't even go that far into his recovery and his future. I don't care in that game, in that moment. I don't care about said athlete's future. If they're playing against us,
I feel like in tournaments we just get so
and also,
cold.
Lord knows we've given our pendants. And one thing we've given all of our pendants to the injury sports gods.
Oh, listen, we deserve to have to play a team that's got to play somebody in an arm cast or something. like sorry, I don't know. Yeah, they've only got 5 guys.
Yeah, I got nothing for you in the injury department. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
It's what, like I said. I mean, obviously the way I say that's funny, but I mean, you never want to see somebody actually get hurt. But it's more for me like, is there ever a? Yeah, I think it's just I'm so cold in the NCAA tournament. Like I said, like where it's like, and of course, I mean, I still can feel for a player that gets really, really hurt. But I'm talking about the player that tweaks his ankle, and it's like,